Hi everyone, thank you to anyone who's joining me tonight. This is my first live Facebook stream and I thought it might be fun to show you some of the designs that I'm working on right now for free patterns. In case you aren't aware, I have hundreds of free knit and crochet patterns on my website, and this is a collection of some of the things that I've been working on lately and what will be coming to you soon for free on my website. And then once I release the patterns, a lot of times I then do tutorial videos on my YouTube channel, and when possible I link them together, so when you go to the free pattern you can link to the YouTube video to watch it, or if you go to my YouTube channel and watch the video you can then link back to the free pattern to read the line by line instructions and or charts. So these are some of the ones that I've been working on lately. In between winding yarn, I've recently changed the structure of my yarn company, where every time someone orders yarn, I wind it for free. And through my holiday sales, man, have I been winding a lot of yarn. And it's 650 yards a ball for like Be So Fine. That's a lot of winding. I've had upwards of 8 to 10 hours of winding on some days, which is great. It means that I've been super busy and sales were good. So thank you to everyone who participated in my holiday sales, and I have not ended them yet. So if you get a chance to go over to my website, KristinOmdahl.com, I still have tons of things on sale. And, oh, hi Eve, hi. Thanks for joining me, glad you can be here. Somehow it says I said hi, I don't know how I did that. Well, I won't say hi back to myself, I'm saying hi to you guys. Anyway, I guess I could get started and we could start going through some of the projects here. What I would really love is if you have any questions about the projects as I go, please feel free to chime in and ask. If I don't happen to see your comment here, I will absolutely answer them afterwards when I get a chance to scroll back through. I'm not sure I'll be able to see all of them once I get started. Let me just see if this is popping up on my computer, because if it is, it would be really great. Hi Marna from St. Louis. I recognize a lot of these names so far too. These are people that I've seen your names online, and this is almost like talking, well, a little closer. So hi Lisa. Anybody that wants to ask questions, please, by all means, please ask your questions. What's it like in St. Louis right now, Marna? It is, I think it's 72 degrees here right now, which for me means flannels, because my blood is so thin now that I've lived in Southwest Florida for so long. I think I've been here about 10 years now, and you know, 70s to me feels chilly. I know it's crazy. I'm from Michigan, so I know better. All right, so let's get started, and I'll start with some pieces here. I've got, oh, hi Eva, I do remember meeting you at Sheep Thrills. That's right, I remember you coming up there. Hi Myra, Myra, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. Where are you from in Florida? Okay, so here's the first piece I was going to show you. This was actually the piece that I originally designed for a bikini top in interweave crochet last summer, and it's slightly different. And I've been thinking about redoing the top as a top that closes in the back instead of just ties. So I've been working on that, and I've been to Claremont before when I lived in Orlando. I think that's up near there. And then there's a separate piece here that's a shrug. You can see the stitch pattern. It's done like in a Bruges lace technique where you've done it in strips, and then you join the strips as you go, which is really great for making it a seamless project as well as for sizing. So that'll be a fun piece to size. And then I have a new crochet necklace I'm working on here. I don't know if you can see the beads that well, but each strand has a different size and texture of beads. Hi Ryan, thank you for joining. Okay, so there's the beads, and you can see that there's different sizes and different textures, and I have them in different colorways, so I think it's going to be a really fun kit. It's super simple. It's just chaining with the beads, so it's really easy, but with changing the beads and stuff, I think it's going to be super cute. I don't know if anybody saw the bikini top that I had done a few minutes ago, or few minutes. I started reading a post. A month ago, give or take, I had a professional photo shoot done with the red bikini top. And it was so cool because a local bikini photographer or fashion photographer asked me to do a bikini top for them, and I actually got to see like a piece of mine on a professional model. Obviously this mannequin is a little too big for it, so it doesn't look great on here, but I'll link to a photo of it. Or actually, once I release the pattern, you'll see the professional photos. It's super, super cute on a tiny little model. I've also done some crochet tops. I forgot to bring it in here. Or is it in here? Yes, it is. I also did a crochet halter top for a super cute friend of Marlon's recently. And I ended up making one in a larger size too. So this one, let's take the... This will be a new pattern soon too. Super cute. You take a motif and change it into a 5-pointed square so that it's flat on the top, which is great for your neck. And then it changes down to a point here so that we get this beautiful chevron shape. And I would suggest, because we're not lining this, I would never suggest wearing, whether it's cotton or bamboo, I would never suggest wearing this actually as a bathing suit top. What I would think is you would wear this over your bikini top or line it. You could definitely line it as well, but I'm not sure I'm going to. I think I'm going to wear it over a bikini top and wear it just like as an accessory. So like a maxi skirt and a black bikini top, I think, and I have a tie-dyed maxi skirt that has this as one of the colors. I think it's going to be super cute for next summer. So that's another piece. This one is, I'm really excited about. This is a belted cape, which anybody that's been following me for a long time knows how much I love unstructured tops that look structured with the illusion of shaping with belts. And whether it's a poncho that has a belt or a cape like this that has a belt, I'm gonna have to back it up so you can see it. I don't know if you can see it now. So what you do is it's a top-down construction and this beautiful pineapple lace, but then you place the belt strategically. Can you see it now? And so you have the belt in here, and then you have these super huge flowy sleeves. I've tried it on, and even on me, it looks so pretty. And I'm about a size 12. I think that this could fit anyone from, let's say, a size 6 to maybe a 16. It's so forgiving because of the belt that you can really it would fit most sizes because you can adjust where you put the belt, and by cinching it, it makes your waist size and then gives you this contrast of sleeve. It looks great on everybody. Anybody I've seen try on this style of top that I make really looks beautiful. Judy, I was wondering if that was you. Glad to see you. Oh gosh, can you see my hands? My hands are blue. It's because I've been dyeing yarn today and I'm not very good about wearing my gloves. It's like I put my gloves on and then I do like 2 or 3 steps of the dyeing, and then I take my gloves off to go do something else, and then I go back to dyeing and I forget to put the gloves back on. So it's like I have the best of intentions of wearing gloves, but I never keep them on for the entire process. I don't know why. I've never dyed yarn without somehow still staining my hands. It doesn't stay on for long, but I just realized, and I've been dyeing as of a half hour before starting this stream. So anyway, so here's the cape. I have done this before in a fingering weight yarn. Hi Diana, and what's really wonderful about it is that this pattern I'm going to convert for Be So Fine, Be So Sporty, which is my fingering weight and sport weight bamboo, and this is in the worsted weight Be So Brave merino wool yarn. So it's going to be a pattern that you can do in 3 types of crochet hooks, 3 weights of yarn, and all 3 of them are beautiful. I mean, if you're going to wear it for like a more formal event, like dressy for evening, I would definitely suggest Be So Fine or Sporty, because the bamboo looks so much like silk and it's very dressy. And then this for on the weekends, like to wear out and about. Oh, I love this for over jeans. Just love it. It's one of my favorites. So we'll put that off to the side. Next up, I've got a knit piece to show you. Oh, hi Karen, you're from Illinois. Oh, I bet it's cold in Illinois today. It's a lot colder than it is here. It was 70 here, or 70 for a low. It went up to 80 something, and I still wore flannel, but that's because my blood's so thin living in Florida, South Florida all these years. Okay, so here's a knitted ruana that I'm working on. And if you're unfamiliar with what a ruana is, it's actually a very simple construction to make. It's a rectangle on the back, and then 2 rectangles from the shoulders down on the front. And to create this really beautiful stitch pattern that looks kind of complicated, but it isn't. It's a knit color work technique called slip stitch mosaic, which is my favorite way to do color work in knitting because you never have to hold more than 1 yarn at a time. I'm not crazy about doing the color work where you hold more than 1 at a time, and it's only because I'm not good at it yet. I'm sure if I spent more time on it I would, but I'm not. So this happens to be my favorite way, and it gives you a very light fabric. Look at the back side. You're not carrying any yarn, so it keeps it really light. And anyway, so this is almost done. I haven't decided if I'm going to add a belt on the back so that you can cinch it in the front or not, or maybe use one of my shawl pins. I don't know if you've seen, here are some of the shawl pins that I've been making lately. They're a wooden, somewhat sharp stick, and I've been beading the top. See that? This one has a marble bead and a crystal bead on top. This one has a turquoise stone on top. And what I've been doing is, I mean, they're for sale on my website for sure, but I'm also been giving them free as a gift with a shawl kit. So if you buy a vest or a shawl kit from me, I've been including one of these for free in the package. Okay, so next up, we've got the knitted ruana, and this might be fine with the shawl pin. I'll try it on and see what I think. Or here's another option, and that would be to add a tasseled tie. I love this one. This is a vest done in square motifs, and thank you, Myra. I'm glad you like them. Oh, Eva, yeah, I did do a video on how to make the shawl pins too, in case you wanted to make them yourself instead of buying them from me, which is absolutely an option as well. I did do a video on my YouTube channel. So this is a square motif that I convert to a triangular motif to do some shaping for the neck. And then I also did triangular motifs on the hips. I don't know about you, but if I'm gonna make a top that goes below my lower waist and beginning of my hip area, I don't like to make them without hippies. I'm not somebody that's straight up and down. I've got curves. I've got curves on top and I've got curves on bottom. So it's not that I necessarily like to make fitted garments because I don't like things cinching in on my waist, not when they're fitted. The belt stuff, I'm fine, but I don't ever fit my garments. I don't fit in the waist, I make the waist go in, but I love adding hip ease, and that's what I've done on this. Because it's a little bit longer, it's not a crop top, it's a little more closer to a hip length vest, I decided to add some triangular shaping right there. Can you see the triangular motif? I almost knocked it over. Anyway, it really makes this a lot more flattering to wear. And then I made a tie and did these adorable little tassels on it. And I thought that the bamboo yarn was gorgeous for it because you can, with a sharp pair of scissors, you can get such a nice blunt cut on the yarn. I thought it was really beautiful for tassels. I also have a video on YouTube for how to make these tassels as well. So that's another piece that's coming. Get these put back together. I don't think I have any questions. Okay, I will try really hard to read questions and answer them as we go. If I don't get to them, yes, it is join as you go. All the motifs are join as you go. I will definitely answer the questions after the live stream. I will go back and answer anything that I haven't. And I'll put links in for any of the things that we talked about. They're available to see now. Okay, for anybody who's familiar with Sweet Clara top, which is a pullover with this beautiful stitch pattern on it, and it's done in So Sporty yarn, which is my sport weight yarn, I am now converting it into a cardigan. and I thought it would be fun to convert it into different weights of yarn as well. So while the other one is in sport weight yarn, I'm doing the cardigan in both fingering, which is Be So Fine, and I'm also going to do it in Be So Brave, which is the worsted weight American merino wool, which I can't wait to have that one done, because now that fall and winter are here, I would really like to have a merino wool cardigan to wear around. So that is next, well, it's one of the next things on my list. So here is the Be So Fine cardigan that started. I'm thinking about leaving this one this length and maybe not even adding sleeves and calling this one a vest, so that way you can see that it looks different, and it is another option to the longer cardigan and long sleeve cardigan. Hurry up with it. I hurry up and try to get as much as I can done. Thank you for the LOL, because I know you know I'm always trying to come up with something new. So anyway, I'm going to do this one in the two different varieties, which will be sleeveless and shorter, hip, what do you call it? Maybe hip length. And then I'm going to do the other one much longer, like, you know, well below your hip length, down onto your thigh, and long sleeve, so that that can be the long sleeve cardigan, and this will be more like a vest kind of style. Then this piece, I can't show you much about this one, but I do have a story about it. I had designed this with Drew Borski's yarn. This is his cotton yarn, and I did it for a book that I was working on, and it got cut from the book. And for years I've said, well, it's still a beautiful top. I'm just going to save it for something else. And I've been meaning to redesign it and Be So Sporty and release it for one of my patterns. And I got a call from a friend the other day who's looking for designs for her book. And I'm going to redesign this one in Be So Sporty yarn in one of my favorite colors, $1 Million Red. And so I'm redoing it and converting it to the different weight of yarn, and going to release that in her book, along with, what's the other one? Oh, I only have photos of that one. So I've got two sweaters that will be coming out in her book. One will be in Be So Fine, the other one in Be So Sporty, and those will come out probably not for another year. So I probably shouldn't even be showing you that at all. So that's a super duper sneak peek. Let's see. Are there any, here's what knit. Eva, which one are you asking if it's knit? Well, I'll wait and see if you answer that and show you another piece. This is from a whole new concept of yarn craft that I came up with earlier this year. And this is the smallest piece that I've made so far. I've done them as big as 24 by 36. The last, what was the last? Oh, this one, that's gonna be crochet. Her book is all crochet, so those pieces I was talking about will be crochet. So in the new yarn craft that I've been working on, I've been doing this for about 6 months, and I've decorated my house with it. I think I have one of these canvases in every room now. So this is the smallest one, and this is the first one I did. And it's where I drew one of my designs onto it, and then colored it in sort of with yarn. Can you see that? And I have way more complicated ones out in the living room and my bedroom, but this was the first one. I just wanted to give you a sneak peek that I'm going to do a whole series on YouTube on how to do this. And I don't know if you like them or not. I would really be interested to hear if you do. I am just, I don't know, over the top about them. I have one out in my living room that's 24 by 36 that's actually more like this flower. This is from my Redbubble shop. Where you can get all sorts of products with my designs on them. So this flower was redone here, but I've done it much bigger. And so I researched, oh my gosh, and the guys were so nice to me. I went to Home Depot and I had about a 30 to 40 minute conversation with a guy in the adhesive department, because it was really difficult to find an adhesive that would work perfectly for this. And we came up with an adhesive from the construction department that was permanent, clear, tacky when set, but didn't dry right away, so that you had time to put it all on and then get all of this going. I have to tell you, if you like coloring, you will absolutely love doing this. And I'll show you all of these in another video. So for now, I just wanted to show you that this was the original one, because you got to start small to see if you know what you're doing. And so this is the one that I made to just see if the concept and the glue would even work. And anyways, I'll show you the bigger ones next time. They're gorgeous, if you're interested. Oh, Marna, oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Eva, thank you too. Good, I'm glad you like it. So maybe I will show the other ones. The other ones are way more complicated, but pretty too. I just love them. Love them. Okay, I've got another knit one to show you. This is a 2-color knit shawl. And this is another type of slip stitch. I wouldn't necessarily call this slip stitch mosaic, but what's so interesting with this one to me is, again, we only carry 1 yarn per row. So I did an across row and a back row. I'm going to get to those. Thank you. So it's horizontal stripes because you're working back and forth, but then you slip every other stitch in these spines so that you get a vertical stripe along with the horizontal stripe, which is just a nice little interesting detail without having to do anything fancy. You're just slipping every other stitch on that little section. So it's on either side of the increases. And it's on the fronts too. Now the only issue that I'm having with this is the fact that, so it's like a half hexagon shaped shawl, which I've done before, like in hibiscus and in Isla Morada. I've done it in crochet and knit designs. I love half hexagon. It sits on your shoulders really nice, nicer than a triangle, and I don't know, it's just an interesting shape. And I love that you don't go to a V over your butt. I like it being flat on the back side. I think it's more flattering that way. But the problem with this one is that slip stitches have a much tighter row gauge. So I'm worried that these front paddles are going to be too tight, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do to compensate for it yet. And I might end up just putting a tie here with a tassel so that it can be shorter in the front than it is on the side. But I won't know until I bind off. So just a little bit of a worry, but otherwise I really love that one. What's Eva? Oh yeah, I'll definitely do a video of this one, because I know it sounds complicated right now, but as soon as you see me doing a video, you'll go, oh my God, that is so easy. I can't wait to get started. You'll like it. Anna, thank you. I'm glad you like my designs, and I'm glad you decided to join me. Thank you again to everyone who's joining me tonight. I'm really glad about that. Okay, ooh, next I've got something else to show you. I've done some felting in Be So Brave. It's American merino wool, but it's a feltable wool, which honestly, I have to say, it's the reason why I chose this yarn when I was shopping for a wool yarn. I absolutely didn't want a superwash because I wanted to have that whole extra department of designs. I can do any kind of a worsted weight knit or crochet project because it's worsted weight, but I also have that whole world of felting so that I can do fun stuff with felting as well. And you may have seen the first knit bag that I did in felting with Be So Brave yarn. But what I've been working on lately is animal print. I did these crochet headbands by charting an animal print, and so I thought it was a great opportunity to look up pretty pictures of big kitties and sit down with my graph paper, and I plotted out tried to be mostly non-repeating patterns to create this beautiful leopard print and this beautiful tiger print. And because I did it over a 24 stitch repeat, you can see that it doesn't look very repeating at all. I mean, it has to repeat after 24 stitches, but it's a long enough repeat that it really looks more natural, like it's an animal print. And what I thought was really fantastic about these is that the chart will work for both knitting or crochet. So whether you want to do these in knitting or crochet, the chart will work for both. I just happened to do them in crochet, in tapestry crochet, just because it was quick and it was what I was working on that day. But you could definitely do either one of these from the chart in knitting as well. They get felted in the washing machine. And then the other component that I thought was cool is that you could do them in the animal print, in the natural colors, but imagine doing pink leopard print, or doing, you know, a green tiger print. You could really make this fun for kids. You could also make felted bags out of it. I would really like an animal print bag. If I could ask a genie to just whip that up for me, or a little knitting fairy, I would definitely love one of those for me. Yeah, absolutely, Penny. The chart will work for either. If you're better at color work in knitting, by all means do it knit instead of crochet. And if you're better at color, like tapestry crochet, or whichever way you prefer to do color work, by all means, it'll work for either one, no problem. And then I have another project. I got this idea from a friend to take one of these little plastic bags. You can find these in the cosmetic department of any store, and what you do is you make a crochet or knit bag, and then you sew it on there and throw it in the washing machine. And what you do is make sure you sew it onto the bag first before you put it in the washing machine. Oh look, I've got swatches in there, isn't that cute? So you throw it in the washing machine already sewn on, so it felts onto the bag. See, it's just, because the bag was shaped a little bit, it just kind of sucks onto the bag and form fits to it. I regret doing it in white because I think it would have been prettier in another color. However, now that it is done in white, I could do felted flowers knit or crochet. I've not tackled, oh, okay. I'm glad. You should definitely try it, Marna, and I'll do videos on them as well. So if you need help, I'll do some tutorials for them as well on my YouTube channel. But what I was going to say about this is that you could do flowers on it and embellish it. You could do embroidery on here, or you could do flowers. You could actually felt the flowers and embroidery. You could even do embroidery and not felt it. I think the contrast of non-felting on felting is really pretty too. I've done that. I did that in one of my books, a knitting rhapsody. I did a Ruana where I did the tree of life embroidered on the back. Oh my God, so pretty. Long gone. I sold the sample many years ago, but you know, every time I see the photo in the book, I don't know if I have it in here. I don't have the book in here. It's so pretty. I love the tree of life anyway, and seeing it on the back it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll put a link in there if you want to see a picture of it. It's super pretty. Okay, I've got another piece to show here. This one I'm super excited about. Not that I'm not excited about the other ones, but you know how that goes. There's always something that's different and exciting. I don't know if you've seen these before. The same company that does my, puts my artwork on travel mugs and t-shirts and all sorts of things, they also make these incredible, I call them shawls, they call them scarves. So if you go to my Redbubble shop, you'll need to look up scarves. They're 55 inches square, they're sheer, they're two-sided printed, and they're already hemmed. Can you see that? And so what I want to do with this is, I don't know if you've seen any of my crochet on fabric videos on YouTube, but if you take a little steelhead crochet hook and work right into the edge of the fabric, right next to that hem, you can put a gorgeous crochet edging on this. And I've already picked my yarn for this particular shawl. I picked Lilac Memories in Be So Sporty yarn, and I'm going to start by doing a single crochet and some chaining every ½ inch and do it all along the entire edge of 4 sides of this. Oh, thank you, Karen. I'm glad you ordered these. Aren't you glad to see how sheer they are? You're going to be so happy when you see them. I almost cried the first time I ordered these and saw them. I mean, you know, when you order from a company you've never ordered from before, you have high hopes, but you still say, oh, you know, maybe it won't be everything I've dreamed of. Not everything is. And I got these in the mail and I was like, are you kidding me? It is so dang pretty. I mean, So this is a print that I did. Oh, I can show you the print even. Okay, so here's the print. It's one of my prints from my coloring books, and I'll put a link into my coloring books too, because they make great Christmas presents. And so I converted it into a fabric. Well, actually, you can do this on a phone case, on a notebook, a journal, all sorts of products, but it also comes on this gorgeous scarf. I wear these for sarong wraps for the beach, but you could also wear them as scarves and or shawls. I mean, they're just so pretty. I didn't expect the fabric to be so fine and so sheer and so lovely. Anyway, so that's one of the next things I'm going to work on, and also put that on YouTube, because I've found that doing the crochet and knit on fabric videos have been very well received there. And I'm also going to do this with knitting edging. If you're familiar with working a knit edge perpendicular to the live stitches, that will also work with this. If we could either do it with a whip stitch or with the crochet mesh. If we put that along there, then we do work our knitting rows this way and join them as we go. That would work just fine. So you could do this for knitting as well. I don't think it would be as easy to pick up and work along the edge. And then got another one here. I think this might be the last one. I hope I haven't missed any questions. Maybe some questions will come up next. So this is a little blanket that I've done in an X stitch, and I'm kind of debating switching it into a shrug, because you could put it on like this, and I think that if you tied it up like this, I think it's actually a real nice size to make for an outerwear shrug. Can you see that? Maybe if I back up. Like that? Yeah, yeah. So it was too teeny to actually be a blanket, even though that was the concept at first. So that's what's happening now. Let's see, I don't see any other questions. Well, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined me tonight. I have to say, I've been wanting to do a Facebook Live for quite a while now, and you know that fear of having a party and nobody coming? Well, that's what's been stopping me. Thank you, Marna. Maybe I will do that. I think that's what I'm going to do, and I think I'll do it in Brave, since it's worsted weight. It'll be super cute. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, because very often that fear of not having anyone come to your party can stop you from doing things. And I've been wanting to do this for months, but the fear of no one showing up stopped me. And today I just said, that's it. I'm not going to worry about this anymore. And I decided about an hour before I went live and put up a couple of pictures to invite people. So thank you for coming last minute on a Friday night. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions now or after the show, you could absolutely send me a message here or my website or anywhere, and I'm really happy to answer your questions. The red one behind me, this is a belted cape, and I talked about it in the beginning of the show, and you can absolutely look back and find more information about it. It's a belted cape. And so going back to the live, I think this would be really fun to do on a regular basis. I've been doing a Connecting with Kristin video series on YouTube, and I've had a lot of fun connecting with people there. And so if you have questions throughout the week, I can start compiling your questions and answer them live as well. I've been doing this for so many years, and what makes me the happiest is sharing my joy with everyone else. So if there's something that you want me to teach you or show you or explain to you, that's what I'm here for. So I just want to work together and find ways to make this stuff fun and not scary. I know it can be scary learning something new, and that's the other part that I really enjoy as a teacher and a designer, is to show people that it can be fun if you just relax and just let yourself go through the process. In every other part of life, we know that mistakes are part of the learning curve, and it's okay to make mistakes with yarn too. Absolutely. And when you make a mistake, you start over and you're better off for it. So don't worry about that sort of stuff, and just ask me what you want and tell me what you want me to talk about, and we'll do this again soon. Okay? Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.